Yes, guys, you know what time it is. Welcome back to WeAreTottenhamTV. It's your boy Taylor. Portugal team up to look, France aim to maintain the perfect start to Euro 2020 as they make the long journey to Budapest. Hungary need to win this. If not, they have a or even take a point. If not, they have a very difficult game against Germany. But all hope is not lost for Hungary. As you know, even if they lose today and they beat Germany, they have a chance of getting out of the group. If France win this, they will qualify for the next round. Look, the start lineups, as you can see, are along the bottom of the screen. We have France are playing a 4-3-3. In goals, we have Hugo Lloris, who captain France. And we have Digne, who replaces Lucas Hernandez in at left back. Kimpembe and Varane making the centre back partnership. And then Pavard is in at right back after his collision versus Germany, where he was out for about 10 to 15 seconds, as he said he was. The midfield three of Kante, Rabiot, and Pogba, with Mbappe, Griezmann, and Benzema playing up top. For Hungary, you have Galatsky in goals, Jalai at fullback, along with Orban and Botka at centre back, with Nagy in at left back. We have Schaefer, Nego, Viola, and Kleinheisler in midfield, and then Zalai and Jalai up front. Look, it's the first time these two teams have met at the European Championships. France have won their last 5 games, being Hungary. But look, interestingly enough, after the last game against Portugal, the Hungary manager actually took the blame for the result. You know, saying that in-game changes and stuff like that. He took the blame because, of course, they kept Portugal out for 84 minutes. Now, Ireland played Hungary in a friendly. And one thing Hungary won't do is they won't engage you unless you come over the halfway line. So they do sit in deep and look to counter attack when they do get the chance. The big guy Jalai up front, look, he can be a handful on his day. He was a handful against Ireland. So it'll be interesting to see how Hungary get on after keeping the likes of Portugal out for 84 minutes. And then look, you have Mbappe and Benzema, who both be looking to get goals, because look, they both had goals ruled out versus Germany. They both had their goals ruled out versus Germany, so they'd be both looking to get a few goals today. But look, let's welcome a few people. The Yeet Kid, new channel member. Big yourself up, Yeet Kid. Everyone else, look, make sure you do grab the channel memberships for the fan shows that the boys do. Make sure you do smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and feel free to get in the super chats. Look, bear with me. I'm on my own today. Hopefully, I can bring a good watch along for you guys. You know, the Irish sensation from a secret location. Hopefully, you guys stick with me and we can get through it together. And we have James Kelly, new channel member. Big yourself up. We have Paul G. I thought France played so within themselves versus Germany. Be interesting to see if they cruise this one also. Paul, look, do you know what? Interestingly, against Germany, although they had 2 goals ruled out, like you can't argue with that. They're ruled out for a reason. But like, if you think about it, Germany probably should have won that game. Germany were the better team. If that finished 0-0, everyone would be saying how well Germany played, how well they stifled France. So it'd be very, very interesting to see how France get on today, whether they do play within themselves. I don't expect them to. I expect them to have most of the ball on. So look, hopefully we can see a good performance from the French today, because I'm actually rooting for them. I like the French team. I'm actually rooting for them. So hopefully we can see them on the front foot today. Bob Squash V2 says the Harris Army, big yourself up. Matt Hayes, there's only one David Harris. Big yourself up, Matt Hayes. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Hope things are all good. We have Catman Jess, Captain Hugo, we love you. Irish Hotspur is a wars one. 100%, man. Big yourself up. Yeah, Hugo Lloris captain today. 2 teams are on the pitch here doing the national anthem. Look, Mbappe, players to watch today. I'll be going Mbappe, Benzema. Look, be honest with you, I know a lot of people rate Griezmann. I'm not his biggest fan. I think he's a very, very overhyped. But look, Benzema, he knows where the net is. You give him the ball in and around the box, he will find the net. Mbappe, some of that explosive pace versus Germany was insane. There was one stage the ball was played in behind Hummels, and honestly, what a crazy pace the guy has. It's insane. It's sick. Honestly, if he wasn't a footballer, he could definitely be a sprinter in the Olympics. Captain Jess says the Irish Hotspur is awesome. You're awesome, my man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We have Adam Phillips. Did Ndombele not make the France squad? No, he didn't. In fact, Moussa Sissoko made the France squad over him. And I'm probably thinking that's if they come up against some of the bigger teams and then maybe N'Golo Kante, their ball winner, gets injured, that maybe Moussa Sissoko will come in and play that role. We have Bromis Brexitson. What's your prediction? I'm going to go France. I'm going to go France 3-0. I'm going to go France 3-0. Look, as hard as Hungary are to break down in their own half, I do think the likes of Mbappe, if he can get on the ball, beat one or two players, he'll definitely get a goal or two. You have Pogba, who can strike them from distance. You have Kante, who's just unbelievable. The two fullbacks, Digne and Pavard, they'll get along high up the wings and get balls into the box for the likes of Benzema to attack. So there's plenty of attacking options there for France today. Like I said with Hungary, they're not going to engage unless you go past the halfway line with the ball. Look, for me, I think Hungary will be looking to take a point out of this, take the game to Germany in the last group game. This is at home as well for Hungary, more or less full capacity. So look, Hungary aren't just going to roll over and die easy either. They'd want to impress in their home crowd in Budapest, full stadium, and they've made the European Championships. They haven't come here to make up the numbers. I think Hungary were actually like 11 games unbeaten coming into that game against France in all competitions. So they're no pushovers, they're no pushovers. We have Chris. He says, "Big up, David House. Big yourself up, Chris. I hope you're keeping well, my man." Mr. Edwardson, WeAreTottenhamTV. Hey, David. Big yourself up, Mr. Edwardson. I'm only filling in for the boys. I'd say they're out with a hangover, probably out getting a cure, after that disaster clash yesterday. England failed to get going. I was shocked, to be honest with you. I was shocked. Fair play to Scotland. They were well organised, they dug in, and they were up for it. But, England, look, I've said this time and time again. For me, I wouldn't be playing Sterling. I think he's way too greedy. I don't think he does enough either. He's not creative enough, in my opinion. Sancho can't even get a game. Players like that, it's insane. Like, get the ball into the box. Get the ball into Harry Kane. I don't understand what's going on. He's the best striker in England. He can't even utilise him right. Gareth Southgate, huh? Seaside Marks says France will win 4-0. Well, I actually hope so, because I have France to win 4-0 in my prediction league. But I changed it today to 3-0. Mr. Edwardson, come on, you Spurs. Come on, England and Scotland. Big yourself up, Mr. Edwardson. We have Adam Phillips. If we get Southgate after England sack him, then I'm done. Yeah, no, I've made this very, very clear. I do not want Brown-nose Southgate whatsoever. I think he's useless. Look at the array of talent he has. And he can't, honestly, genuinely, the guy doesn't know his best 11. This is the problem. This is the problem with England right now. He does not know his best 11. Guys, Hungary and France are underway as we speak. We have Hayden Julaki. Any update on the manager search? I don't even want to go into it. Conte was supposed to be more or less done deal. Fonseca was a done deal. Couldn't get it done over money reasons. Then we had Gattuso. The guy who tried to choke out Joe Jordan. Oh, we're a disaster on that. We are a disaster on that. Trust me. Chris, David, when you're doing your calling show, my man. Look, I was going to do it today, Chris, but I'm on a double shift here for WeAreTottenhamTV. I might even still be able to squeeze it in. I'll let you know, my man. If not, I'll be back tomorrow. Fan show. Look, if I can't get it done today, I'll get it out on Monday, my man. So I will. We have Method. Ben and Sim in talks right now. Yeah, that's where they are. Ben and Sim are over with Daniel Levy, in contract negotiations to take over the manager job. With Ben, Sim as manager, Ben as assistant, and then me as the motivator, Mr. Motivator. Big up Will Stewart. Will Stewart, THFC Rats, is in the house. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Look, Will, I can't come off now, but text Jack Kanicki. He has the link. Get him to send it to you and come on and join me, my man. Brad Henson says, how long until Levy contacts Southgate? Honestly, I truly believe Levy is probably waiting until the Euros is over, and we probably will get Roberto Martinez. I genuinely believe that. I probably shouldn't, but it is what it is. I just think because he was the first name banded about, I just think that that is going to be the case. Who else have we got? Mr. Edwardson, I think Hungary will be difficult opposition for France today. 3-0 to Portugal was a bit harsh, but that's football sometimes. Look, with Portugal, I said this to Mr. Kanicki, and the Euro expert, that's what I call him. That look, Portugal is the sort of team that you switch off for 5 minutes, they put you to bed, and they've done it. They've done it. They have that much talent. You have to stay focused for 90 minutes. So look, look. Some may say it's harsh, but that's the way Portugal are. They have that array of talent. Dr. Pillowcase, where are Ben and Sim? Ben and Sim, look, they had their event for England, Scotland yesterday, down near Wembley. So look, the guys, they do need a break over the summer as well. So I'm just literally here filling in for the guys, covering some of the watch alongs so that the boys can have a break. They can enjoy time with the missus and whatever else they need to do. So yeah, I'm just filling in. There's 54 people watching right now. Make sure you do smash that like button. Make sure you do smash that subscribe button. And look, let me know if there's any hungover heads here today watching. I'd say there's a fair few hungover, We have Iasinus Collias. Yeah, Ernesto Valverde. Look, I would actually take him, I would actually take him. He's had success with clubs. He managed Barcelona and stuff like that. You can't be a bad manager if you get the Barcelona job, can you? Joseph Monaghan. Would you like the Scotland manager in Spurs? No. Look, before he got the Scotland job, he's managing like lower league Premier League teams, and for me, I definitely don't want him. Steve Clark, look, he did come through that time with Jose Mourinho. He had Brendan Rodgers, Steve Clark, and that there, but I just don't want him. I don't want him. He was a part of the Jose team. I don't want any more of that anywhere near Tottenham anymore. I'm fed up with it. Captain Jess says your prediction 3-0, but who do you reckon scores? By the way, 9 minutes, 9 a.m. here in Canada. Woke up hungover to Ben and Sim, but I'm watching you go, lad. Yeah, look, good prediction there. That's what I'd say to you. Who do I reckon will score? I'm going to say Mbappe with 2. I know he definitely won a few goals, especially with Patrick Schick on 3 goals for Czech Republic. And yeah, fair play to you for waking up hungover. I'm sorry it's not Ben and Sim. Sorry to disappoint you. Sorry, it's my ugly mug. Who else have we got here? Chris, don't mention managers, no point, because when they are mentioned, Barford Levy pulls the plug. Yeah, that's fair enough. Geoff Totten, good thing I did not stay up to 3 a.m. to watch the England versus Scotland game. What a bore fest they ended up being. I saw on replays. Yeah. Look, but look, I thought it was one job. I thought it was one. I thought the Euros was over. But look, who knows? Brad Henson says, I'm still surprised we haven't been linked with Galtier, who won the league in France and has since left Lille. Yeah, but he's got another job in France. That's the thing. He left Lille. I can't remember who the other job is, but he has another job in France, my man. So it'd be pointless. I'm Greek and Olympiacos fan as well. Ernesto Valverde made our team play modern attacking football. I wish to see him at Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. The only reason why I think it might not happen is because in between spells with Olympiacos, when you wanted to renew the contract, you didn't because of money issues. And money issues in Tottenham, it doesn't go well doesn't go down well there. We don't like to pay the big bucks. But look, guys, back to the game. France are on the ball. They're looking to play forward here, and it's just snuffed out, gone out for a throw in. Lucas Digne with the ball over the top, trying to release Mbappe. Adam Phillips, Ken Gaultier speak English or Italian though, and thinks he is on his way to Nice at Lyon. The pride of Gothenburg. David, you are a star, so you're going to do great. Keep being real, bro. Come on, you Spurs. No, look, I really do appreciate that, my man. That's too much of kind words. I don't deserve it. But look, I definitely appreciate it, my man. And look, I just sit here. I just want to vent and get stuff off my chest. And look, I don't think that makes me a star. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Martin 958. Levy wouldn't want Gaultier anyway. He would probably ask for too many new players. Yeah, but the thing is with Gaultier, look at the team he built at Lille. It's insane, and to win the league and top of PSG with the riches and the superstars they have, it's no mean feat. Alexander Hilton, big yourself up. Pillowcase, Doctor Pillowcase, how has your day been? Yeah, look, man, my day has been fantastic. I'll be honest with you, lad, I had a bit of astro last night. Bones are a bit sore today. But I scored this unbelievable goal on Astro yesterday. Honestly, I was tucked in the corner, three people around me, just pulled it back, little flick behind my standing leg, gave it into one of the boys, ran off and got it back. Dummy faked one shot by a player, just rolled the ball past another, went to dummy the keeper, just rolled it by him and tapped it in. Honestly, they were in off. I felt like walking off the Astro and just going home and saying, lads, I'm done. Honestly, until you're on my level. But, it was a good game. It was a good game. And look, today I rolled out of bed a bit late. But, bloody sober. Here we are today, boys. Here we are for this watch long and I'm pumped. Arman and Asia, love and respect your brother David from India. Beat yourself up. Look, never been to India. I heard it's a lovely country, so beat yourself up, my man. No disappointment, David Kawani Spurs. I really appreciate that. Maggie Kennedy, how's your day been, mate? Yeah, look, it's been all good. It's lovely sunshine over here in Ireland. Watching France, the team I have predicting to win the tournament, a lot of France or Portugal. And look, I like watching the French, to be honest with you. So look, the day's good. After this watch along, you'll see me back here at 8 o'clock for the next watch along tonight. I think it's Spain. So you'll see me back here for 8 o'clock. I'm doing a double shift for the lads today. Sykes Zabi, number 14, thoughts on Valverde. Look, I've done a small bit of research. I can't profess to say I'm an expert, to be honest with you. But look, Will Stewart has come to save the bacon. Will Stewart, my man, how are you keeping?
Doing good, man. Doing good. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm all good, lad. I'm all good, so I am. Look, I'm delighted after the result yesterday. I'm not going to lie, lad. I'm not going to lie. That was absolutely fantastic. How are you today, Will?
I'm doing good, man. I saw you up there, so I figured I'd come hang out with you and watch this France game.
I thought you'd be asleep, lad. That's why I put it in the group chat. I thought you'd be asleep. You're a man that never sleeps, lad.
Yeah, no, I've been on a weird sleep schedule, man, where I fall asleep at like 7, 8 p.m. and then wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's been
Jesus Christ, that is odd. That is odd, man. But
look, a weird one. But the game yesterday was great.
Coming on and joining me here on WeAreTottenhamTV. And yes, guys, anyone that is watching, you don't need to rub your eyes twice. This is WeAreTottenhamTV. Look, Hungary have a corner here. Delivered into the box. Hugo, safe hands. Hugo comes out, catches it clean, and takes away release the pressure on his team. Big up, Hugo. The Spurs captain as well. It's always good to see him doing well, But look, he came out and commanded his area there, and that's what you want. It takes the pressure off France. Will, are you excited by France? Were you a bit disappointed with their performance against Germany?
Look, I mean, I don't really like everybody because everybody's bringing up France and stuff like that. Personally, I don't. I mean, they've got good players. You can't deny that, right? I mean, the squad that they have is good. But I'm just not a fan of France, to be honest with you. I personally think Portugal plays better football than France does. So.
Yeah. Look, with Portugal, I do think they play good football and all, but with France, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. Look, I suppose you play the way you play to kind of get the results, especially in this group, the group of death. But I was expecting more from France against Germany. I'm not going to lie. I was expecting more from them. Didier Deschamps, do I think he's the man to lead them? Who knows? Look, they do have a World Cup, They do have a World Cup behind them, but I don't know. And we have Mbappe here on the ground after a harsh challenge. Rolling around. Tried to do a back flick. Completely missed the ball. I don't know, maybe he bought that one, to be fair. Stuck his leg out against guess the midfielders need to try and buy that one.
Yeah.
Look, it's all France dominating the opening exchanges here, just keeping ball between them, and it's what I expected. Hungary, I did say with Hungary, they're not going to engage them unless they come beyond halfway, and even now they're not really engaging them. To be honest with you, they're just blocking up spaces.
Yeah, I mean, look, this match is probably pretty much just a friendly for France, right? I mean, I would be shocked.
Well, the competition's already won. We won off the first game against Croatia.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know about that, but I don't think Hungary will get a single point out of this group, to be honest with you.
You know what? Look, with Hungary, they're at home today. They have the crowd behind them. If they could even snatch something from this game, because they did hold Portugal out for 84 minutes, if they could snatch a point from this game, I think they'll fancy themselves against Germany.
Yeah, I think once France gets one by them, the wells are going to open up just like they did against Portugal. I mean, you're right, they did hold Portugal out, but then once they scored one goal, it was just like boom, 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 1, 2, 3. Like in
that's true.
15 minutes, right? So
no, that's true.
It looks like
true.
Oh, was good. There's one.
Look.
How do you miss that?
I don't know. But look, France have the ball here. Oh, they don't. It's just a free kick out to Hungary. Free kick out. That's all it is. And when Benzema included back into the France squad for the first time in a long time, what do you make of that?
I mean, look. He was a great striker in his time. He's still good now. I just think he's a bit older. You know what I mean? And I mean, he's had a good career and stuff like that. But I think he's a quality striker. He's had a good time for Real Madrid. He's had a good run for the French squad. But I mean, I just think that he's a little. He's never been a striker for me that I've just been like, he's amazing. He's world class. You know what I mean? Just always kind of on the fringe. Great, but not really worth talking about.
Yeah. Look with Benzema, one thing you can guarantee. Oh, France! Oh, unlucky. Who was that trying to? Kante trying to burst through the middle there. Unlucky by Kante. He's trying to make something happen. Oh, unlucky. That was unlucky. But look, with Benzema, they played the last World Cup with Giroud up front. Look, Giroud is probably one of the best in the world at holding up the ball and bringing players into play. But with, he's not a great scorer of goals. With Benzema, you can guarantee once that ball drops in and around that box, he will score. He will score. And for me, I think it was a good move to bring him in because they do lack that option. And to try and ask Giroud to go for a whole Euros campaign off the back of not really playing many games this season is probably a bit much to expect. But like Benzema, he was ousted from the squad for trying to extort one of the players for some sort of video. So he was ousted from the France squad for a long time for that, interestingly enough. But look, we have Mr. Edwardson. He says, Will Stewart, are you watching France and Hungary now? Of course he is. What's he doing here otherwise?
That's why I'm looking. That's why when I look this way, that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the game. I've got to watch the alternate feed, which is it's like this weird 4-camera feed. Because the broadcast feed here in the U.S. is about a minute behind David, but the alternate feed is pretty close. Like I'm looking at 16:01, 16:02. What do you? I
can't even see what I'm on that because the telly's a bit just over there. I should really be wearing my glasses. I'm supposed to wear glasses, but I've never worn them since I've got them. I'll be honest with you, because I went for the army. Like, this is back when I was fit now, and made it through everything. The medical. The only thing I failed on the medical was the eye exam, so I just they gave me the weekend to go and do an eye test, get glasses, and come back. And I done that and I passed it. But then the very last thing, when they ring your doctor, I lied on the form saying I didn't have asthma, because you can't really get into the Irish Army with asthma.
Yeah, you can here too.
The doctor kind of told him, he was like, well, no, the guy's had asthma since he's a kid, and he gets so. look, they didn't take me on that behalf, but my old lad was raging because he was after going out spending money in the eye test, the glasses, and everything else. And I've just never worn them ever since that disappointment, to be honest with you, Will. Who else have we got? Chris says, I'm not back in Spain, and they cost me €20 last time. Yeah, you were going mad in the comments, lad. Look, you know, as long as you're only £20, look, you know, be putting on small money, Chris. Put on small money. See that £20, you could be donating that to the likes of WeAreTottenhamTV, Will, the Irish Hotspur, Matt Hayes, you know, Tottenham Away, stuff like that, man. Don't be spending the big bucks, trying to make big bucks. Danny Savage, have you heard Arsenal have been given 250 million to spend on transfers? I thought they get that every year. You know, I thought that was there every summer they come in, oh yeah, we've this much to spend, and it doesn't happen. Look, I don't know how true it is. If it is, look, good luck to them. Hopefully they don't spend it wisely. But Will, what do you make of
that? Yeah. We're not getting any money, so I mean, it just depends on who they sign. I mean, I haven't been too worried about any of the players that they've signed recently, so
yeah,
doesn't really scare me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, lad. That's true. You know, especially Thomas Partey. Remember that video? You know, Robbie from AFTV and all the guys were dancing and doing the stupid thing, only for him to like looking to come off in the North London derby and costing their team a goal. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Method says, "What are you supporting? Who are you supporting these Euros?" Anyone that England comes up against. I'll be honest with you. Anyone that England comes up against. Will, who are you supporting that?
I mean, Scotland is my first choice. You know, hopefully they make it out.
Change the angle of this TV because there's I have a skylight here and it's just coming in and banging down on the center of the TV. Keep talking now.
Yeah. So Scotland's my first choice. Hopefully they make it out the group. It was good to see them draw against England yesterday. Disappointed a little bit with the first match against the Czech Republic, but we got Croatia coming up in a few days, and if we can pull out 3 points from that, it'll get going through. And then the team that I have to win it is Portugal. So
honestly, sit here and call me MacGyver. I've just managed to change the angle of the TV, and the sun is gone now, so I can actually see the game perfectly. Brilliant, brilliant. Joff Totten says you were about 5 sets or so in front of my stream. Sorry about that, lad. I don't know what to do there. I don't know. 5 seconds. Yeah, look, it's only
just roll your video back 5 seconds. And then
just press pause and press play again. That should take up 5 seconds, lad. Adam Phillip, England's getting knocked out in the last 16. Judging on yesterday's performance, was very gutless and toothless. I really was expecting them to go gung-ho against Scotland. Oh, good ball in the box and over the bar by Mbappe. Actually, second header over the bar. Good ball in the box by Digne, getting higher along the left-hand side. Great ball in. Oh, it was Digne with the header down to Benzema, and Benzema crossed the ball in. Mbappe just got underneath it, couldn't get over it. Unlucky, good attempt. But he's all smiles on his face. He's looking like he wants a few goals. Will, do you rate Mbappe?
Yeah, I do. Do I think that he's going to be on a Ronaldo, Messi type level? I don't think he will.
Ooh, interesting enough. Well, look, if there's anyone watching, you know, let us know whether you disagree or agree with Mr. Will Stewart from THFC Rants. Make sure you let us know. Look, make sure you do smash a like on the stream and subscribe on the channel if you're new. And grab that channel membership for the fan shows, especially what's going on with all this manager stuff. The boys will be putting out some fan shows for you guys. And look, you know, feel free to put in a super chat if you want. And but look, most importantly, just make sure you do smash that like on the stream. Chris, chance for Griezmann should be 1-0 France. Look, Griezmann, I don't rate him at all. I genuinely, being honest, I just don't rate him. People may call me crazy. I just don't rate him. You know, he's trying to be Gareth Bale, but he's on a miniature level of Gareth Bale with his man bun and everything else. We have Paul G says France are pressing just not on it at the minute. No, look, that will click. That will come together. You know, they're just taking the ball off Hungary. It's like taking sweets off a baby. You know what I mean? And they're just going at them. France are on the ball here now. Yeah, look, they're just a bit slow for me at the minute. If they quickened up the passing, you know, I think that, oh, there we go. No, and they're giving the ball away, and Mbappe recycles it. Rabiot on the ball, good switch. It's Paul Pogba. Oh, that's a free kick, surely. Yeah, referee's giving the free kick. Free kick here for France on the edge of the box. Maybe a chance to test the keeper. Maybe a chance to test the keeper here. Paul Pogba's looking for it, and he looks like he wants to have a crack. Paul G. Kante again hit the ground running. Yeah, look, Kante is unbelievable. You know, he played with Leicester, won the league with Leicester, went to Chelsea, and he's won Champions League with Chelsea and stuff like that. I think he's won a league with Chelsea and that as well. Look, Kante is unbelievable. He's such an unsung hero on every team. Not only does he do stuff brilliantly defensively, but, you know, if he does need the ball, he's confident enough to be able to run at teams and take them on. And that's what makes him so good. That's what makes it. He can just transition play so quickly. He's so quick. He's brilliant. I absolutely love Kante. I really do. I love him. And look, fair play to Chelsea for paying the big bucks and getting the deal over the line because, Will, what do you make of Kante, man?
I think he's a good center defensive midfielder. I think that's, you know, for the position that he plays, I think he's class. It's a shame we didn't go in for him when we had the chance.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have any. I mean, he's getting a little bit up there in age now too, and his injuries are getting a little bit more and more. So, you know, longevity wise, how much time does he have left? I'm not sure, but class player for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And look, we're just on a water break here. You know, France and Hungary both taking on the fluids, put a bit of water on the hair, you know, to cool down. I had to do that last night myself at Astro. It was absolutely roasting, the amount running around I was doing as well. You know, at one stage there, I felt I was going to faint and pass out, so I just ran over, quick spray of water and back again. You know, absolutely brilliant game of Astro last night. In fact, you know, we were actually winning, and the other team had better players. So, you know, I sat back with centre-back command and centre-back instructing people when to go out and engage the man, when to not, when to stick in. Brilliant last night. We absolutely destroyed them. In fact, we were that good. One of the guys walked off, lad. That's how good we were yesterday. We frustrated the living shit out of them. Chris, another chance for France, 100%. I'm probably behind a bit of the comments. Suterlock, and ending this embarrassing search is just getting the fans back a bit united. I don't think it's about that now. It's about the management. Look, with fans becoming united. Look, United in their hate for Caduso because he tried to RKO Joe Jordan. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just one joke. Joff talking so funny seeing people not used to heat. 27 is not hot. Yeah. Look, honestly, it's fucking roasting for me, man. I'd be burning
up.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be absolutely burning up.
It gets like high 30s, low 40s here.
Honestly, right, when I went camping with the owl lads, yeah, it was that hot. I had to literally lie beside the car, in the shadow of the car, like at like 8 o'clock in the morning, lad. You know me, I don't deal well with heat at all. I used to tan. I used to come back looking like the prime Cristiano Ronaldo, lad. You know, the girls would love it. You know, to be all over you. Oh, look at your tan. Now, lad, I just come back rooster red and I have the girlfriend rubbing cream on me for days, lad. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't deal well with heat at all anymore. In a way, I've always preferred the cold. Like, you'd see me out in December with, you know, running around with a t-shirt on. You know, I used to love it. Used to absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's 27. That's cool.
Jesus, not that. It's roasting that. That's roasting. I paid to go away in that weather. Klinsmann or Valverde, people. Look, at this stage, I take either or. The reason why I say I take Klinsmann is because, look, he has the balls to throw his hat in the ring. To be fair to him, he's putting his name in the ring. And, Jesus Christ, half of them players look roasting and burnt out there, so they do. But, look, with Klinsmann, he has the balls to throw his name in the ring. He fully believes he can turn it around. give him a chance if you can't find anyone else. Valverde, I would like to be honest with you. Will, what's your thoughts?
I don't know a lot about Valverde. Klinsmann. Look, if it came down to a choice between like Klinsmann and like Potter or something like that, then I might start looking at Klinsmann more. But I mean, it's definitely not somebody I want. It's not like I go out and ask him. But if it was between Ryan Mason and Klinsmann every day, all day.
Yeah. And we have Fernaldi, Leandro. Do you think Wales can win the Euros? No. Simply put, no.
I don't either.
Look, Ramsey is a good player. You have Gareth Bale, another good player. Dan James with his pace. Look, they look sturdy enough at the back as well. But honestly, I think when they come against the bigger teams, they're just going to struggle. I really do. And no, I don't think they're going to win the Euros. Will, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I don't think they have a chance. I mean, they'll definitely make it out of the group, I think. But I don't think that they'll get round of 8. I think it's probably as far as they could get, depending on who they play in the round of 16.
Yeah, I'll go along the lines with that. Look, I do think they'll get out of the group, but round of 16 quarterfinals, I think would be max for them. And he's back again here with another comment. Valverde fell asleep during the Barca versus Inter game. I won't be happy if we actually appoint him. Look, I don't know. I haven't seen that, but if that's true, that's actually hilarious.
Maybe he was up late the night before,
Imagine your manager sending players out to play with, giving them tactics and everything else. And then you walk in at half time, and they're like, right, Gaff, what's the story? And he's just, I don't know, lads, you're bored the shit out of me. I fell asleep. Oh, that's brilliant. What do you make of that, Will?
No, I mean, hey, maybe he was up late the night before, researching, what he needed to do, the tactics and stuff like that. I mean, look, a lot of times the managers, they've got the coaching staff that handles most everything for them anyway. You know what I mean? So, if that was like one-time occurrence, you never know what could have happened. He could have been hung over from something the night before. You don't know. Could have been his anniversary or something.
Could have went Raji the night before, went nuts. You know what I mean? A good night out on the town, or sinking a bottle or two at home. Look, France, they are penetrating right now. They're still pushing at Hungary. Hungary aren't really showing much. I think they're just more or less happy to sit in. Yeah, Griezmann barking orders like he's the big dog, even though he's such a little girl. He really winds me up. Honestly. Someone needs to cut that ponytail. He's a joke. And France just winning the ball back again. Like I said, taking candy off it, baby. It's too easy. Back to Hugo Lloris, and they're recycling it. Hugo Lloris to Varane.
In my younger days, I used to be a night manager at a hotel, and I'd be lying if I said there weren't times that I strapped the radio to my head and took little naps at night.
Oh! How did he miss? Sorry, Will.
No, I saw it, yeah.
The ball to Griezmann into Mbappe, and he finds Benzema running in. A nice cheeky little back heel, finds him. And how did Benzema not score? There was me praising him before the game. What a touch by Mbappe. Great flick. Oh, Lord, he has to put that in. Oh, what a miss. That's a shocker. Honestly, send him home now. Put him back on the plane. Oh, Lord. He completely miskicked it. I wouldn't mind it. Bounced up perfectly. All he has to do is side foot that. All he has to do is side foot it. Try to put his laces on it. Guide it into the bottom corner. And puts it wide of the post. But you really, really should have scored that one. Really should have buried it. That was a good chance. Going begging for Benzema. And France are on the attack here again. Griezmann with the ball in. Ball out to Digne. Digne to Kante.
Ball in the box.
Griezmann. Pavard.
Poor ball in the box.
Oh. That's not even a corner. Oh, my Lord. That's shocking.
Yeah, just completely kicked it over the goal.
Yeah, Pavard down the right-hand side tried to put a cross in. And, yeah, honestly, they're probably seeing that ball go past the Eiffel Tower right now, to be honest with you. No, that was a shocking cross. It's probably gone outside the stadium. That was bad. Sebastian telling us how he feels about Conte. Wales will go further than us, but they won't win it. Fair observation, Adam. Method, anyone other than Klinsmann, please. How the hell did he miss that by Joff? I know. Chris, I know. So easy, man. So easy. You know, Paul G. Same in cruise control France. Making all the chances, not scoring. Yeah. Look, they're in cruise control. They're just passing around them. Look, Hungary can't really get on the ball or keep any sort of sustained period of possession. No, France are just playing around them. But, you know, France need to stay switched on for the whole game. One lapse in concentration is all it takes at international football level. You know, all it takes is one lapse in concentration. So we'll wait and see. But
I mean, the ball's staying on that side of the pitch the whole time. So,
yeah.
Oh, that was a good cross across the box. There was just nobody there.
Come on. Someone has to be gambling on the back post. Look, I think Mbappe actually went for the shot more than a cross. But, you know, look at Kante standing there. You have to be gambling. You know Mbappe's only going one way. It's just about reading the game. Just someone take that risk, take that chance. Just make that run towards the back post, and they would have got a tap in. But look, Mbappe started off really well. It's just his finishing that's letting him down right now. He's had a couple of chances, but he really wants to go. You can see it. But he started off really well. He's causing absolute havoc here. Chris, the cross from Parvard was on par with Winks' crosses. Look, don't even get me started on Harry Winks, man. Don't even get me started on Harry Winks. Sutherland, you will say this about Griezmann. We will probably end up with him somehow. I don't want him. I genuinely would be excited. I know a lot of people would be excited, you know, the bun maybe because they both be able to put their hair and ponytails together, stuff like that. But for me, I just don't like Griezmann. I think he's severely overrated. I really do. I'm sorry. Paul G agreed. Klinsmann is the best we seem to get. So many others wanted more. 8 weeks. Man City game need a manager and squad. Ideas, yeah, 100%. We do need a manager well in place. Griezmann, Fangirl, one of the Hungarian players there. BB, this guy is very handsome on the left.
It's you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Look, I wouldn't call myself the best looking, you know what I mean? But I try. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Adam Phillip, since when does Winks cross a ball on? That's true. Good afternoon, Shai. How we keeping, my man? Shai from Tottenham away. Afternoon, my friends. Class E by Mbappe, not so much Benzema. Yeah, Shai, honestly, that was an awful miss, lad. That was an awful. You're a coach, Shai. You're a coach, I believe. You know, honestly, if that was one of your players, you'd probably give him a little stupid slap across the back of the head. Wake up. You know, that's an easy chance. But big up, Shai. I hope you're keeping well. Hope you're not too hungover and disappointed with yesterday's result. I did say you weren't going to beat the Scots. You know, I knew the Scots would be up for it. It's their cup final. And look, Scotland have given themselves, no penalty shout. Scotland have given themselves a good chance against Croatia. This Croatian team is not firing. It's not firing. They look toothless up front. And Scotland every chance. Oh, France are in the box here. Oh, well snuffed out. Great defending by Hungary. Great defending. You know, just pick Benzema's pocket. Benzema looked like he had the strength and the pace to try and brush him off and get by him to get shot off. But great defending, I have to say. Chris, the Adam, true Adam Phillip, I meant attempt to cross. Yeah, that's 100%. One lapse, it goes 100%, Geoff. If only Levy allowed Conte to have more than 4 staff. Honestly, Sanai, that was ridiculous. Look, Levy doesn't want to get tied into having to pay 7 staff off if it doesn't work out, things like that. I understand it, right? But at the same time, if you really want to push this club, good effort, side netting by Paul Pogba, unlucky. Probably a bit selfish there. He probably could have crossed that.
He could have crossed it. He probably should have crossed it. But, I mean, he tried it the last time and nobody was there. I don't blame him from going in on it himself. But he's playing a lot further up the pitch than he does for United. And, like, everybody always talks that, you know, Paul Pogba does so much better for France than he does, you know, domestically or whatever. But that's because the people, they give him the opportunity to get up the pitch further. You know what I mean? He plays in a in kind of almost like a free role in the midfield, you know, where he just kind of does whatever he wants to do. He gets in the box when he wants to get in the box. He doesn't have
Yeah.
that freedom at United, I think, and I think that's why he struggles.
100%. 100%. I agree with you. Yeah, look, he does. You see, with United, he's more or less, it's like what they used to do with Carrick: hang back, pick up the ball, spray it left, spray it right, basically start the attacks off. And look, with Pogba, I think he's actually better when you allow him to go forward. He can express himself. He can be free more. The only thing with Pogba, though, is honestly, the guy really frustrates the shit out of me, because with the size of him, with the natural ability he has, and the skill he possesses, the range of passing, the way he can shoot, but honestly, we should be seeing a lot more from Paul Pogba. He's the sort of guy that can drag any team through the dirt, you know, and get the 3 points on any given day. But he just doesn't do it enough for me. I actually think he's a bit lazy. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a luxury player, right? So that's what I'm saying is, like, when Ollie tries to play him as a number 6 or a number 8 who has to drop back, you know, they're not getting the best work out of him, I think. You know, he needs to be playing in more of like a not really a number 10, because he's not a number 10, but just more of a flea, you know, just kind of a luxury player. Let him, you know, just do what he wants to do. Because Conte is in this France side who kind of sits in the middle, you know, in between, you know, the center backs, and doesn't really move out. It allows them to, and because they have quality center backs, it allows Pogba to get up the field and do whatever he wants to do, as that kind of box to box midfielder without really having to drop back and defend. You know what I mean? So
yeah, no, I fully agree with you. Yeah, look, look, Ollie's not getting enough out of United, and is Pogba putting enough in United? Does he want to be there? Who knows? But yeah, for me, look, he's a guy with insane talent and should be doing more, to be honest with you. Deja Who says excited to see the next video about the tactics of Fonseca, Valverde. This will feel like getting Prime Bill Nick. We always must have Gattuso. Yeah, no, 100%. I fully agree with you, man. That's a good comment. And look, no matter who is manager, I'm sure I'll find some expert to do another video, you know, get them on to tell us all about them. Fletch Spurs #1. Levy will never give up control. He is a control freak. 100%. I fully agree with you. Yeah, look, he sees it as his baby. No, but we can keep letting him know that we feel he's not doing a good job, that we do want change, you know. And for me, look, I get it. Look, he probably won't sell Tottenham until he's finished building the property portfolio that he wanted to build, and make what they want off it. They'll probably build Levy land, then buy that off Tottenham, then sell the club. You never know. I don't know if that's illegal or not, but that's what could happen. Tony H, any news about the Spurs manager? No, Valverde was the latest name linked. Apparently they're talking to him. Apparently Ten Hag again is in the running, and there's one more name, I can't think of it. Well, can you remember it now?
There's no new news. I mean, there's little tweaks and twerks, but to be honest with you, I mean, I don't know anything to say about it. You know, Matt's got Fabrizio Romano on in a few hours, and I mean, that'll be interesting to watch. Look, I just don't know who to trust anymore. I don't know where the information's coming from. That's what I want to know. Is it something that's coming from people inside the club, or is this just, you know, the buddy down the road who knew a guy who knew the kit man, you know, is saying this stuff? You know, that's what I want to know.
For me, look, I genuinely do. Like, we have to remember, Fabrizio Romano does all leagues, all clubs, you know, around the world. And for me, I genuinely do think a lot of these sources would come from inside the club, especially Alistair Gold and that. And look, I don't think that whoever's in charge of WeAre doesn't know their ass from their elbow, to be honest with you. And I think they're just as pissed off at what's being leaked to them. You know what I mean? To put out there, because they put it out there and then they're just looking like frauds and idiots. And look, I genuinely do think it's coming from the club. I genuinely do. Look, there's no Daniel Levy can sit there. Them Conte rumours came from Tottenham Hotspur.
Pochettino rumors came from Tottenham Hotspur. You know, it was put out there to get the season tickets, and then Daniel Levy does his silly little interview with his stupid little smirk. I never believe what's in the press until we announce it. You know, but then why not come out and denounce it, knowing that the season ticket renewal is up for date, and just tell the fans, be honest with them. Say, look, I know the season ticket renewal is up for date. Conte is not happening. Like he tried to say, we didn't even speak to him. We haven't spoken to him. I don't know where these rumours are coming from. The reason why he didn't do it is because the press would have said, well, the rumours are coming from Tottenham. That's why he didn't do it. You know? Captain says, unfortunate, in my opinion, that Ledley King isn't managing a lower level club to gain experience to become our manager one day. I think he could be a great coach one day for us with more experience. Yeah, no, I get it. Is he ready for management? I'm not sure. You know, look, let him get the coaching underneath his let him get more coaching experience underneath his belt. Let him do more at Tottenham. And who knows, you know, maybe he could come in and take over one of the youth teams and stuff and work his way up through the ranks, like sort of what Madrid do. They always have manager managing the B team, you know, and usually sometimes, like I think it's Raul right now, although they got Ancelotti. You know, when Ancelotti goes, you can guarantee Raul will come in. It was the same what Zidane done there. Managed the B team, went in, took over the first team. Who else have we got here? Sutlock, you heard already, Paratici and Levy are differing in opinion already, looking like Levy want the main control. But I already said this. Levy was just going to be like Daddy Lewis, you know, just a shadow figure in the background. He was still going to have to sign off and everything. And, you know, Paratici is going to be the new fall guy. That's as simple as I can put it without actually going into it and going on a rant, because it's not about that today. And we have another comment here from Shy somewhere there. I just want to get it up. He says, 100% agree, David. Pogba's natural ability, technique, and physicality, but doesn't do enough in a match, should be bossing games. 100%. Look, he's built like Zidane, and you see what Zidane done. Zidane with boss games, doesn't matter whether he's playing out on the left, playing out on the right, playing in the middle. You know, he just used to boss games. He used to boss them. And look, that's what I'd be expecting to see from Pogba, to be in all honesty. We have Lopeman, big yourself up. I hope you're keeping well. He says France putting constant pressure. Yeah, it's just constant pressure here by France. But, you know, look, with Hungary, they will sit in tight and they'll defend all day. Like I said, they know they're not going to beat France. You know, look, their game plan is sitting tight today. If we can nick something on the break, all well and good. But do not lose this. Take the point, and we'll fancy our chances against Germany. Look, Hungary were on an 11-game unbeaten streak coming into this in all competitions. They're no monks. They're hard to break down. Although they failed to break Ireland down, though, to be fair. We went there, you know, played out nil-all friendly. Could have. It's interesting that, you know, from 4 minutes onwards, Portugal banked 3 by them, because Ireland could have also put 2-3 by them from around 85 minutes onwards when we played them in a friendly.
Yeah, their defense is pretty old.
Is it a case of switching off, or is it a case of being tired? What do you think? Because they do tend to switch off the last 5-10 minutes.
To be honest with you, I would say that what it looks like to me is that there aren't any class defenders. Look, if you're a 13 or 14-year-old boy anywhere in the world right now, be a center back and really hone that craft, because there aren't many out there anymore, to be fair.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a big age gap. It seems like the center back craft is really kind of aging out. Like even for like the U.S. men's national team, we used to be famous for center backs, and we've got none really that are coming up that are anybody. And then, you know, even in other countries as well. I mean, like Portugal, you know, they got a lot of young talent up front in the midfield, especially. Like everybody wants to be a midfielder right now or something like that. So I just encourage you, if you want to be a professional footballer, I mean, and you got some ball skills, you know, really hone that center back skill, and you got a good shot, because there's not a lot of talent coming up in that position anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll go along lines with that. It's very hard to find a good, reliable centre back nowadays. Look, maybe that's to do with how centre back. Oh, Hungary are in here.
Yep.
Oh, 1-0 Hungary.
Lord.
Oh, they've done it. They've nicked them on the break. Oh my God. And Mbappe had a chance down the other end. Bet the man. He tried to cross the ball again. Went out over the byline, shocking cross. You know, it's probably in Paris as we speak. But then the goalkeeper got a new ball, took the goal kick, and from that goal kick, well, they've just opened up France down France's right-hand side, which would be Hungary down the left-hand side, but France's right-hand side. and it just opened up and put 1-0 away. Honestly, this could be a big shock, a big upset here in Euro 2020. Insane. They're 1-0 up. It's Jalai. I think it's the fullback. There's two brothers. I don't know whether they're brothers, but they have the same name. One plays fullback, one plays striker. I think it is the fullback. Composure. Just puts it to, yeah, it's the fullback. Just composure, tucks his time, slows it down, and then just tucks it beyond Hugo Lloris into the near post. Great finish. Look, not Hugo Lloris could have done. You know, look, maybe he could have came out and closed the angle off a bit more. I don't know. Nah, good finish. What a goal, Will. Will, what a shock. What a shock.
Yeah, I saw the end of it, and the view I'm watching doesn't do replays, but yeah. So my view is actually about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of yours. So.
Well, I'm watching BBC, so you know they need to do something with it. Didier Deschamps, he looks very pissed off, very unhappy. I would be too. Just completely switched off. The centre back got done. Look, it all came from Mbappe doing a step over, trying to cross it in, shit crossing. It came from that. Fair play, Hungary, and all of a sudden, Hungary have a chance of getting out of the group. And like I was saying to you, Will, they are no mugs. Danny Kiriakou in the building. Big yourself up, Danny. I hope you're keeping well, my man. Lewis Carr, yeah, Hungary just scored. I know it's insane. Joff, yeah, exactly. Do not turn off. I can't believe what's going on here. Adam Phillips delighted. David Ajeti, the way Scotland played yesterday, the way we Spurs should have played against Bayern, Leipzig, and Chelsea last season. Yeah, Bayern when we had Pochettino, and then yeah, 100%. I agree with you. You know, just fighting for the badge, fighting for every ball. We don't seem to do that. Good Beats Entertainment says we can't defend though. No, we can't. We definitely need to buy defenders this summer. Interestingly enough, the rumours are Paratici wants a manager that's going to play a 3 at the back, even though we don't have, like, we only have one good centre back at the club, really. Alderweireld, okay, you could probably put Roden in there. Tanganga, if a manager sees him as a centre back, but you know, if they're going to go 3 at the back, they need to be buying 2 centre backs because Sanchez and Moon Boots are absolutely shit. So we need to be buying centre backs if that's the formation they want to go at Tottenham.
Or are they wanting to play 3
here,
at the
you know,
back?
there's only a couple of seconds left at half time. Sorry, what?
Are they wanting to play 3 at the back because they think that our defense is slacking, and so they need 3 guys back there instead of 2, and they're planning on keeping those?
Mourinho tried playing 3 at the back with that defence build. We have to remember that it didn't exactly work out. You know, it's Tottenham. It's not made for that. The formation that Tottenham was built around was 4-2-3-1 under Pochettino. That's the formation the players are suited to. So they're going to have to go somewhere along the lines of that for me. I don't like this 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. I really don't. I just prefer a 4-2-3-1. Let's go and play attacking football. Look, the 3 at the back, I get it, but we don't have centre backs, lad. You know, the wing backs are going to expose the centre backs, and I don't know. I don't think it'll work out, to be honest with you. I think we'd be calling for change if that is the case. But like Paratici and Levy at loggerheads at Griezmann, he's such a guard. Chance to get down the line there, skin his man, you know, cut inside, and he just lets him take it off. And he's such a guard, honestly. He's such a waste at Griezmann. I really don't like him. And the Hungary players giving the fist to crowd, and it's only half time. Unbelievable here. Look, full stadium. They're absolutely buzzing. They can't believe what's going on. Hungary are going to be so pumped this half time. Trust me. France are going to find this one very difficult to overturn. What do you think, Will?
I don't think so. I mean, France should be 2-3-0 right now. To be fair, I think France is just kind of doing what England did yesterday, and they're just kind of being toothless. You know, I think that's the problem when you've got teams that are filled to the brim with talented players, that they tend to be a little cocky and they kind of rest on their laurels. They're not pushed. You know what I mean? If your opponent's not pushing you, that's what happens. You get caught on the break. So it really just depends on how much fight does Hungary have, right? To play tight and not make a mistake at the back.
Look, for me, I definitely think they'll be able to keep it going for at least up until 78 minutes. It's from the 80-minute mark. I question, like I was saying with you, Will. You know, it's from around the 80-minute mark I question, because they tend to drop deeper and deeper and invite more and more onto them. Look, like I said, even if they could get out of this with a draw, it'd be an amazing result for Hungary. But now that they're 1-0 up, they'll be kicking themselves if they let this slip, especially with the way they play. You know what I mean? Just stay focused, just stay switched on. If Griezmann gets the ball on the right-hand side, just show him on the outside constantly. Don't let him inside. Just show him on the outside constantly. We've seen Griezmann, we've seen Mbappe not trying to put balls into the box. They're not connecting with the ball properly. Mbappe down the other side, same thing. Just show him on the outside. Show him onto his left foot. Do not let him cut inside. Just show him on the outside. That's all they have to do. Balls into the box then. You know, as a centre-backs, if my full-backs were showing on the outside, I'd be backing myself to deal with that. You know, as a centre-back. It's your bread and butter, going and meeting the ball and clearing it with your head or whatever means, or by any means necessary. So for me, that's what I'd be instructing them to do. Wingers get back, help the full-backs out, double up on Mbappe, Griezmann. You know what I mean? Midfielders, make it tight, keep blocking up the spaces, sit tight in front of the two centre-backs and block it up. Be interested to see how they approach this. Be interested to see if they're nervous, whether they shit themselves, or they're going to be cool, calm, and collected. Like I said, 11 games unbeaten before the game against Portugal. You know, so you know they could do it. They could do it. Honestly, this would be a shock. This would be a shock. We're France, man. We're France. Look, they're huffing and puffing, but you know they do say, you know, when you don't take your that's a great ball. Varane got completely done there for the goal. So basically what happened is the ball was put into the striker. Varane came out, dropped deep with the striker. The striker just played it. The fullback carried his run on by. Striker just dink over the top. Fullback carried on and put it in the net. But with France, look, they do say at this level, you don't take the chances, you will be punished. That's what's happened. It's exactly what's happened here. Benzema missed his chance. Hungary get one chance, put it away. You know, France, they're huffing and puffing. But they're not really creating too much, though, aren't they, Will?
I mean, nothing on target, right? But I mean, the shots that have been taken that have been wide. I mean, Pogba had one, Griezmann had one. You know, I think Mbappe had one too earlier on. Like, France could put this to bed. I mean, they could put 4 past them in the first 20 minutes of the second half if they really want to. But the problem is that I think when a team gets too full of star players, it just pulls a little bit of the fight, the passion, the desire, the mentality. You know what I mean? People just get too soft on their hind legs and you know, I think when you come in as the underdog, you've got that angst, that fire in your belly to come out and prove something to the world that the reigning, you know, world champions don't. You know what I mean? So
yeah, live scenes here from Budapest in around the fan zones, and there's just shit being flown everywhere once the goal went in. Unbelievable scenes. Adam Phillips says Hungary playing like they're starving. 100%, my man. Yeah, Florida, Hungary 1, France 0. 200%. We need a centre back, a DM, a right back, and a striker. Geoff Totten, I have always said champion players do not make a champion team. Usually too many egos. Yeah, that's fair. Good beats entertainment. Varane look off the pace and Hungary playing counter-attacking football the right way. 100%, my man. Look, with France, they're throwing everything at it. Just can't put the ball in the net. You know, to be honest with you, cut out one real clear chance with Benzema. The rest of Carl kind of been huffing and puffing. But big yourself up. Really appreciate it. Everybody, you know, make sure you do smash that like button on the stream. Make sure you do smash that subscribe if you're new to the channel. You know, feel free to get in a super chat or two. Help support the channel. Help support the boys and a wonderful job they do here. And as well, you know, grab a channel membership for all the fan shows that the boys do. Of course, coming into next season, you have the pre-match pump up with me, post-match fan show with the boys. And there'll be loads of others in between with signings and management and stuff like that. So it'll be well worth it, guys. Brad Hoffman says, if France loses this game, do you think they will be favourites anymore?
Sorry?
Yeah, I still think you'd have to consider them up there with the favourites. Look, it could be a case France could very well come back here in the second half. Oh, great double save there. They're just showing one of the chances in the first half. Good double save by the keeper. But with France, I still think you have to consider them with favourites. But honestly, Someone needs to pull their finger out the hole and grab this game by the scruff of the neck, to be honest with you. Like Will was saying, too many superstars. Too many superstars. If anyone's going to do it, you can guarantee it'll be Kante. But
I don't consider
what
him
you
a
need right
favorite,
now
to
is
be
one of your
honest.
technical players, one of your creative players to grab this game by the bollocks and, start making things happen, isn't it, Will?
Yeah, I don't see France as favorites, to be honest with you. I don't think they have enough fight. I don't think they have enough fight. I don't think they get up for the Euros like they get up for the World Cup, and that's the problem, right? That's why
Yeah.
Portugal did them in 2016. You know what I mean? I don't think they in the World Cup they have the fight because that's the World Cup, right? They're facing teams like Brazil and Argentina and you get CONMEBOL into the tournament and things change, the attitudes change a little bit. But for the Euros, I think that they go into it a little bit too cocky. I don't think they give enough. They don't work as hard. I mean, you can see it even now, right? They're just not working that hard because they're dominating possession. Like I said, the ball's in their half 99% of the time, or in the opponent's half 90% of the time. They're just not working hard at it.
100%. Look, I'm just grabbing a glass of water here, but Brad Hoffman says, David, the goal. Come on, you Spurs. Adam Phillip, Hungary, we're going to do what Senegal did to France. If Hungary managed to qualify from the group, that would be really awesome. Honestly, it would be insane story. Paul G, complacent again from France, punished today. Clear chances missed, like England. Cruise control, same versus Germany. We nearly punished them. Yeah, 100%. Could we see Hungary scoring from a counter for a while in that first half? Yeah, look, if they broke away, they did, like I said. And like I was saying to Will at one stage, it's important to stay switched on. All it takes is that one lapse in concentration. That's what happened. SSG leader. Today, France is going to lose this match. Will, do you want to take that just while I grab a glass of water, man? What do you think? You think France will lose?
I don't know if they're going to lose the match. I think it's too early in the game to say that. If it was like the 85th minute and they were still 1-0 down, I would say that they got a chance to lose it or to pull out a draw. But I mean, this is when you have players like Mbappe and Griezmann and Pogba and and then the midfield like Conte and Rabiot and stuff like that. It's tough. It's tough to say that they're going to lose. I mean, that one goal may spark the fire and the fight in them, and they may come out and put 4 away in the first 10 minutes of the second half. So it's tough to say with the team that has the quality that France does. But I definitely don't see them as favorites in the tournament. So I mean, it's definitely not something that I do. But Chris says I can see France conceding a second if the game stays like this. Yeah, if it stays like this, it's very possible for him to concede a second. I mean, look, when you're soaking up pressure, I mean, heck, we beat City 2-0 by catching them on the counter, right? But granted, we had a better team than Hungary does. And we got Adam Phillip, or a French version of Winksy. Who's the French version of Winksy?
Adam Phillip says France needs Super Sissoko on the pitch. Stiff Soko, slow Soko. Look, he could turn into Moussa Sissoko train. Who knows? Do they need him on the pitch? No, they don't really. They need as much players on the pitch now as they can to break down this Hungary team. To be honest with you, that's what that's my thinking on it. Adam, Mr. Edwardson, when the Hungarians get possession in France half, they're good at spreading it wide. I can see Hungary scoring again too. Interesting, man. Interesting. Look, on course for a major upset here, to be honest with you. Sissoko to score the equaliser and call it now. Look, honestly, you could stack 2 goals on top of each other and put them 2 wide. He ain't scoring. Honestly, he ain't scoring. The guy can't hit a barn door, honestly. The guy has zero technical ability. He's just a destroyer. Put him in there, run around, out-muscle people, take the ball off to him. But honestly, the guy has zero technical ability. He can't control the ball, can't pass the ball, and he just can't shoot for his life. He really can't. Look, it'd be gas if he scored. But genuinely, do not waste your money going to the bookies putting a bet on it. Really don't. Really do not, because honestly.
But the odds,
the
though, you
guy,
probably only have to put in £1 to win 10,000, though.
no, it's not going to happen because he ain't scoring that. I can tell you that now. What's the drink you're on, Will? What did you drink?
Well, I'm just drinking some Mellow Yellow.
What is it?
Mellow Yellow. It's just
Never
like a
heard of
citrus
it.
soda.
Oh, nice, nice. So like
Kinda like
that'd be
Mountain
like
Dew.
Fanta Lemon, club, like Fanta Lemon sort of thing over here.
Maybe it's like Mountain Dew. Do they have Mountain Dew over there?
Oh, Mountain Dew. Yeah, I don't like that.
Similar to that.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Poo salad, lovely. That's a lovely name. Doesn't sound too appetizing. I'm afraid to ask, but any updates on the new manager? Look, this manager situation, I don't even want to talk about. I'm going to hand this one to Will. I don't want to talk about it. It's fucked me off.
No new updates on the manager situation, but to be honest with you, look, I just want it to be over with, dude. It's almost like the season, you know what I mean? It's like they just need to sign someone.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, 100%. Just get someone over the line. I don't even care what names are put out there anymore until it's on the dotted line. I really couldn't give a shit right now. It's just, honestly, it's just beyond the joke. It's just literally gone beyond the joke. We are 64 days now without a manager, 63 days now without a manager, I think. And it's just gone on way too long. Look, Real Madrid sacked Zidane, brought in Ancelotti. Other clubs move quick as well to get managers in. Tottenham,
what about
just can't get
Zidane?
anybody in because no one wants to work with the restraints Levy is putting on them. Any manager from the outside looking at this knows Tottenham needs a rebuild. Knows Tottenham needs 2 centre backs. Know it needs a right back. They know they need a centre midfield.
Says I'm in the show and I can see me.
Yep, we're back. Lovely. Yeah, just look, any manager we need a centre midfielder as well. Could probably do with a second striker. Probably another right winger. And Levy wants to do it on the cheap. What manager is going to want to come in here and do that? Because it's set up for them to fail. It's set up for them to fail. We're not bringing in managers to set it up for them to come into Tottenham and do well. We're setting them up for failure. Like, look, Mourinho made comments there today, and more or less, look, what Daniel Levy told me, it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a joke. What do you make on it, Will? Do you think any manager could come in here and be successful when, like, look, with Pochettino, the players were there. But he decided to go a whole new route. He could get rid of 12, bring in players. It's different times now. 12, that sort of rebuild is not realistic. Look, 5 in, 5 out would be realistic for me. But Will, they're just not providing the manager with the funds to be able to implement success.
But because they have
different
different expectations now than they did then, right? So like when Pochettino came in, there weren't really any expectations. You know what I mean? So it was more like he had a little bit of freedom to just kind of plan and do things on his own because the fan base didn't have expectations. But under the Pochettino era, the fan base started to get expectations. So now we all have expectations that we're supposed to perform or at least finish at a certain level. And so the next manager that comes in has kind of got a poison chalice because Daniel Levy's not going to support him in order to achieve the level that we expect as fans. So no matter who comes in, we're not going to be happy with what's going on. But the ball's kicked off here.
Yeah, second half's kicked off. But Will, anyone that tells me to lower my expectations, I'm just not going to do it because at the end of the day, Levy built them up to be there. Pochettino brought us there. They brought in Mourinho to try and keep us there. That didn't happen. And we've also built the stadium and training complex to be one of the elite clubs in European football. So I will not change my expectations, especially since Levy built them to that height. So it's up to him to meet our expectations now. And that's my opinion on it. I will not change or lower my expectations. What about you, Will?
No, I'm not changing my expectations either. And I expect to win titles. I think that we, with the players that we have, so unless you're going to completely dismantle the squad and get rid of Kane and Son and all of the players that are any good and just completely fill the team with garbage, then I'm going to have expectations to compete.
Yep.
And if you're not helping us to compete, I'm going to be upset. So you either make us a bottom half club or you let us compete. But none of this, I just don't like straddling the fence.
Yep.
You know?
No, 100%. Fully agree with you. Chris says, or Captain Jess says, do you guys think firing Jose before the final could be in potential managers' heads when thinking about the Spurs job? Look, again,
Sure.
they fired him before the cup final because of money. When they fired him, it was the cheapest point to fire him because of based on his league position. Now, you know, they brought Jose Mourinho in to get trophies. He got us to a League Cup final. You give him that League Cup final. He already bet City 2-0 earlier on in the season. Why would you bring in a nobody like Ryan Mason, right, to go into a cup final? He hasn't, like, okay, he's done a bit of training, but he hasn't really worked with this team. His style, he doesn't have time to implement his style on the team. So we were going out there like novices because, like, you know, the Spurs players didn't really know what they wanted, like what to do. You know, two managers' opinions in 6 days. It's I don't know. It's just it's shocking. And again, any manager, you know, he gets to the cup final. Will I be sacked because you know it'll be the cheapest point in my contract to be sacked? You know, will I be thrown on the bus? Honestly, because the thing is, if Jose would have won that cup final, Spurs fans all would have said, look, okay, he's had a poor season. But they would have looked at Levy. They would have looked at Levy and said, you have to back this guy. He's brought him, come in. He's won us a trophy with the squad we have. You have to back him. So, you know, it was a win-win for Daniel Levy. It was a win-win for Daniel Levy, and it was an absolute disaster. Will, what do you make on it?
No, for sure. I mean, there was no reason to sack him at that point in the season. It was a mistake. And then to appoint somebody who has zero experience at all, to manage in a final against Pep Guardiola. I mean, like, you got to be semi off your rocker to do that. I mean, for me, it's just ridiculous.
Good ball in. France are throwing everything out of here. Hungary are just clearing everything. Well, sorry about that. Go on.
No problem. No, I mean, yeah. Look, if you're Daniel Levy, he's got big issues. I mean, the whole deal with building up the whole stadium complex, you know, not just the stadium itself, but a hotel and apartments and in a fitness center and you know, rock climbing wall and a diving pool. And I mean, what's next? A roller coaster and a Ferris wheel? I mean, come on now. Look, can we just play football? That's all I want to do.
That's brilliant. It's so true. It's so true. It wouldn't surprise if you see, do you know that wheel of London that goes around? One outside the stadium where you get to get glimpses inside the stadium. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't? No, I'm serious. I mean, like, he's probably gonna watch it. But, that's a good idea. We should build a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Call it the sky.
That's alarming.
The sky wheel. Call it the sky wheel. You know what I mean?
Stop, lad. You're giving him too many ideas. He's sitting there smiling right now. He's sitting there with the pen and paper. He's like, Will, you genius. You know, so stop it. Stop it. Adam, so apparently we have financial difficulties, yet we can afford to build Levy Lad and get sponsorship for dairy milk. Funny that, look, every club has gone through financial difficulties this summer. Tottenham is you know, by no means an anomaly here. Every other club is going out doing business. You know, every other club, every season, none of them make, like, you don't see any of their chairmans coming out saying, oh, we can't sign because of this reason, can't sign this player because of that reason. They just get it done, you know, get the players in. But Tottenham, every summer, it's either, oh, we don't have the money, even though, well, I had for like nearly 18 years straight, we made profit year on, year out. You know, millions of pounds of profit. The amount of money from sponsorships, TV revenue, match day stuff. Okay, they didn't have that for a year. 1 year out of how many that they've been in charge. You're really telling me it really makes that much of a difference? It's all excuses. With Levy and Enoch, they've seen the losses. They want to try and recover them before they start spending big on players and stuff like that. And it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. You know, we're the only club. Oh, well, we can't sign, you know, a fancy foreign player for big money because we have a homegrown issue. Even though we've loaned out 3 players, you know, that could have sorted out that problem. Everything's just a mess. It's always excuses. Oh, Good effort from outside the box by Pogba. It's always excuses upon excuses upon excuses why we can't do this, that, or the other. No other club in the league do that. Burnley don't do that. You know what I mean? Tottenham, yeah, no, Tottenham do it. The only club in the Premier League, Adam. The only club in the Premier League. Look, guys, France are, you know, taking the game to Hungary. They're battering their box with balls in there, shots, everything else, but Hungary are just throwing everything at it.
Free
Balls
kick
to the
France.
wall.
Late challenge, probably get a yellow card for that.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, he came through the back of him there, so he did. But look, everybody watching, make sure you do smash that like button. Yeah, you know, it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. You know, and as well, it helps me out. You know, it shows the boys to keep on confidence and faith in me. No, make sure you smash or subscribe on the channel if you're new. We already have 2 new channel members today. Why not grab one yourself? And why not throw in a super chat or 2? Chris says, Adam, don't believe a word Levy says, 100%. Paul G, the money still stops with Levy. Why we have lower expectations. Enoch and Levy step down, if not wanting to seriously compete for the top 4 in silverware. Yeah, look, that's what everyone's calling for. That's why everyone's calling for Enoch Levy out. And look, we need to galvanise together. We need to galvanise together, to be honest with you. There's too many people in split camps. We need to galvanise together. Everyone can see what's going on with the manager situation. There's excuses not to buy players, even though we need to rebuild. You know, and we can't buy players. We need to rebuild. But, like, you know, we've done everything we need. And it just goes to show where their brains are, to be honest with you. Right, they can't get a manager or get players in, but they can get everything they need to be able to get the approval for planning and application and everything else. And trust me, there's a lot of work involved in that. Hell of a lot of work and time has to go into that. But that's where the brains are. They would rather put all their effort into making sure that's approved rather than getting a manager and fucking players in the door. We should already be putting out bids and negotiation with teams, especially because we have such a big summer ahead of us. But we're paddy last as usual, you know. And the thing is, we have to remember, the longer this manager situation goes on at Tottenham, the longer we're not buying players. This is the thing. Yeah. And this suits Daniel Levy. It suits him down to the ground. It really does. The longer this goes on, it suits him down to the ground because, you know, before it'll be too late, and he'll just say, "Oh, well, I didn't have time, you know, because of the manager situation." Even though we've created the problem with the manager situation, it's unbelievable. This is playing into his hands. He hasn't spent money. He's not paying a manager. He's not paying Paratici yet, and he's not buying any players. He's winning. He's winning, Will, isn't he?
Yeah, he's winning, and I've got some more suggestions for him too. So you've got the sky walk now, and you get the sky wheel. Then we get the sky drop, and that's one of those big poles where it has the thing, and people sitting in it, drops down. And then you got the sky swing where they can launch you, pull you back, and you can literally swing down over the stadium and come back. Those are 4 new rides I want to see at Levy Land the next time I come to London. So,
oh, brilliant.
Shambles, dude. Shambles.
It's an absolute joke, and people need to be awake to this. Honestly, I can't stress this enough. Be awake to this. The longer the manager situation goes on, the longer we're not spending money on players, and it suits Levy down to the ground. This is what I'm saying to people. It suits him down to the ground. And then, you know, next season, maybe 2 months in, we might get another little video. Oh, well, guys, you know, we were trying to make sure we get the right manager in, and that's why we couldn't do as much business as we would have liked. This is always what he says, we would have liked, or, you know what I mean? But we couldn't do as much business as we would have liked because, you know, the manager situation went down longer than what we expected. Even though he created the situation. It's all a ruse. They think, you know, because they put these things out in the press, you know, that it's all good PR and that they'll be able to schmooze it over. But it's gone too far. It's gone too far. There's no schmoozing this over. People can see right through what's going on right now. They've made us the laughingstock of football. They've made us the laughingstock of football. We've gone from being praised for doing everything the right way to now being the laughingstock, and everyone's sitting there going, what's going on at Tottenham Hotspur? Well, what's going on at Tottenham Hotspur is, you know, this tightwad who has a wallet tighter than the fucking duck's arse won't open it and start spending a bit of cash. Get a manager in, get players in, and just make us stressful on the pitch.
No, it's not about spending cash. He just doesn't want to spend the cash on the football. He has no problem spending cash on other things. Yeah,
but this is the problem. We're a football club first and foremost. Look, honestly, if we were doing well on the pitch, go on, you know what I mean? I couldn't care. Go and put a bottle in Levy Land. I could not give a shit about it. But just as long as I'm watching good football, I'm watching my team compete on the pitch, I couldn't give a shit what deals he does after that. I really couldn't. Couldn't give a shit what investment in property he buys. As long as we're doing the job on the pitch. The problem is, he's not doing that on the pitch. We're not doing that on the pitch, and he's too busy, building up the property portfolio. It's a joke. Brad Hoffman says, let's make Dave the manager at this point. He's the goal. Big yourself up. I really appreciate that. Look, I'd love to be manager because there's certain players there, I'll be telling them what I think of them. And they can go home crying, they can come out in the press crying, they can go to Daniel crying. I couldn't give a shit. It's about time these players woke up and realised they're in the real world, not this fantasy sheltered life they think they live. Just honestly, you live in a real world where there's real world problems. Man up and grow the fuck up instead of running to Daniel. Jose's being too harsh on me. Pochettino wants me to run and I'm just tired today. Honestly, I couldn't give a shit. I'm fed up with it. We need a manager in there that's going to tell them some homegrown truth. And that Daniel Levy's going to back, so that when they cry to Levy should be sitting there and going, "Oh, you're coming crying to me? Wrong mentality. You're sold." That's what should happen. It's a joke. Is there any Valverde news? No news, my man. Simon Cohen, big up Simon Cohen. He says, "Afternoon, Dave and Will. Big yourself up, lad." Mark McConnell, hi lads. Great interacting last night on Twitter. Big yourself up, lad. As I told you, we are the full the fur coat and no Knickers FC, big infrastructure, and no team or manager. Donegal Spurs Supporters Club. Big yourself up. Donegal, lovely county. You have a good GA team as well. You know what I mean? And you're living in a great place, my man. I'm jealous. Some lovely scenery up there in Donegal. And big up the Donegal lads in the supporters group. Big themselves up. Will, if you ever get to Ireland, make sure you go to Donegal, man.
I will. But no, it'd be great content. Like I can imagine, like we could do like a whole video of like David being Spurs manager for the day. You could watch him walking into the dressing room, being like, "And you're fired, and you're fired, and you're fired."
No, it would be honestly. And as soon as Winks goes to open his mouth, I'd be like, is that a bit of bad chat? Right, you just go home. Go home. You know what I mean? Honestly, look, see like some Winks. I just hang him up on a coat peg, send everyone else out training. I go out, leave him there, leave him think about what he's doing, how shit he is. Right, this guy is 24, 25 years of age. Right, Will, and no one knows what position he plays in. He's too weak. He's not strong enough. He doesn't have the mentality to play centre midfield. It's
we have a lot of players we don't know what position they play. That's the problem.
That's so true. Big up Vinny as well. Big yourself up. Hope you're keeping well. Big up Island life. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a part of the hotel, man. Why not a roller coaster? Spurs are on it now, 100%. Will Stewart can be my assistant. Will Stewart can put all the montages together of all the things to do wrong. That'd be perfect. That'd be absolutely brilliant. He could put some insane music to it. Maybe some clown music. Put a nice montage together, and then what we'll do is we'll make Will a bit angry first of all, so that when he does do the montage, then he can stand there and he can just let loose and go nuts at them and tell them a few home truths. And then what I would do is I'd say, right, Will, we're going to turn this training ground into a bit of an army camp for a few days, and let Will put them through their paces, get them fit. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, no. When you get me in serious mode, I can be a scary guy. So I've had some employees that we go to shows, trade shows or something. When it's time to work, if you're not working, I'm not someone who you want to be your boss, because I will hold your feet to the fire. So yeah, I could be an assistant.
No, 100%. Look, that's what you want, Like, look, there's too many people nowadays that don't want to work, or not even don't want to work, but you ask them to do something. And you said this to me before, Will, but I've experienced this in other jobs where the manager would say to them, "Oh, you do this," and I've seen them and they just turn around, "I'm busy, you do it." I'm kind of standing there like, what are you doing? Like, do you want to be fired? Like, it's brilliant.
We'll come and ask you dumb questions, just like, where do I put this? How about on the shelf with the other ones? You know what I mean? Like, That's the thing for me in business. That's the thing that really boggles my mind. I mean, we got a good bookkeeper now, but I've had bookkeepers in the past and be like, well, what do I do with this? I'm like, you're asking me? You're the finance lady. Why? What are you asking me where to put it?
I'm
What am
paying
I
you to do
paying you
this.
for? If you're asking me what to do with it.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Adam says the fact that Donegal has its own supporters club is class. Too bad we don't have one in Kerry. Look, I'm telling you, Spurs become more and more popular around Ireland. Get one going, Adam. Be the leader, lad. Be the leader. That's what I say to you.
Start it up on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's it. Put it up on Facebook and everything else, man. Put the word out there. Be the leader. That's what we need at Tottenham, Adam. Leaders. Be one. And Geoff says, when the team comes out, it will be in a clown car. Honestly, that's another thing I'd make them do. I'd make them go out training in a few clown suits with wigs and noses on. Bard likes of Kane, Son, Lloris, and Alderweireld. You know, purely to embarrass them and make them realise, you know, that what they've been doing isn't acceptable. Embarrass them, you know, put them through the paces because they're not used to it nowadays. Like, you know, they're used to people coming in and be like, oh, Winksy, look, you know, pick your head up. Unlucky mistakes happen. Whereas I'd be there the opposite. I'd be like, look, why did that happen? Oh, I'll tell you why it happened. Because you're not brave. I've told you this 10 times. You haven't worked on it, and that's why that happened. Nowadays, people want to come in and give them a pat on the bum, you know, have a little banter. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Bollock them. If he's doing things time and time again, you bollock him and say, look, it keeps happening because you're not putting extra work in after training to stop it from happening. You know what I mean? All this nicety, it's too much of Tottenham. Let's get some leaders in there. Let's get some men in there. People like Roy Keane. Let's get characters like that in there. We have one in Highbury. Start bollocking players. Tell them it's not acceptable. Tell them to start doing extra training. You know what I mean? Honestly, it's just a joke. It's a joke. Brad Hoffman. All the Spurs fans need to donate $5 so we can buy our own centre back. The hell with Levy. Big yourself up.
No, I mean, look, I want to say something on that because is that illegal or something? Because I throw a tenner down on that. Like if the club were to go start a GoFundMe for transfer window, something like that. I mean, if you think about it, if there's like 100 million, you know, Spurs fans, whatever, we all throw a tenner on there. You know, that's dang near $1 billion.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true. Maybe you can look into the legalities of it, Will. You know, you're a smart guy. Maybe you can look into the legalities of it. But look, France here, again, they're still huffing and puffing. You know, they're still trying their best. But honestly, Hungary are just scrapping like dogs. And anyway, it's good to see. Oh, look, they have a chance of a counter-attack here. Chance of a counter. He's running at the centre-back. Good defending. Got back in numbers. Snuffed it out. Well done, France. Now they're on the attack here. See, now this is where they need to be moving the ball a lot quicker. You know, once they've a couple of these Hungary players move, and some Mbappe driving at them, Mbappe cuts in, and it's just taken off them. Too easy. Like, look, France need to be quicker. They need to be better in them situations. With, you know, Hungary had pushed men forward. They lost the ball. You know, so there were minus 3-4 men that pushed forward. Oh, that's shocking. France need to be better in that situation. They need to move the ball more quickly. With more penetration. And look, you know, Salai, you know, he's just bought a free kick. He's just bought an easy free kick there, to be fair. Fair play to him. Get this in the box, see what can happen. Get Willie Orban up there, the centre back.
Varane just threw the ball at the referee?
Huh?
Did Varane just throw the ball at the referee?
I don't know, probably. Hugo Lloris instructing the wall, telling them exactly where he wants them. Look, he's definitely not going to shoot from there, Hugo. Definitely not going to shoot from there. Big up Muzala Mahanga. Big yourself up. Mark McConnell, I think Levy's plan is to seek and frighten us Spurs fans into accepting an Eddie Howe, Parker, or Ryan Mason, Potter, Roberto Martinez after seeing the Gattuso plan. Oh, unlucky Hungary threatening again there. Look, it wouldn't surprise me if you see Ryan Mason put back in charge or something like that. Look, it's not that you know, he's punishing us. Oh, France are on the attack here, 2v2 in the box. Oh, good skill, good ball. Oh, good ball across. Oh, it's 1-1. It's 1-1 France, and that little twerp Griezmann. Look at his little celebration, stupid little shit. I hate him. I really don't like him. But look, right place, right time, finished it well. 1-1 France, and look, you know, game is back on for France now.
The
You know,
center
take
back
it
for
to them,
Hungary
go
just
for a
poor
second.
there.
Huh?
That center back for Hungary was poor there. I mean, we all know that Hugo Lloris has poor distribution. That wasn't a ball over the top that Hugo Lloris
Yeah.
intentionally did, right? Uh, and the center back completely just mistimed it and let the France,
Mbappe.
Mbappe get in
Mbappe with
on
the
it.
ball across, was it? Yeah, Mbappe with the ball across. Look, he tried to get his foot. Yeah. Yeah, no, good finish. And Mbappe causing the problems, and that'll go down as an assist for Mbappe. I'd say Griezmann, look, he took his chance well, but if he missed that, I'd be asking questions. To be honest with you, I really would. But like Will said, look, it was just a long punt from Hugo Lloris straight out the hands. You know, look, in a way, it's just to get the ball up there, let Mbappe cause a bit of havoc. Mbappe done well. Centre back for Hungary was poor. Like Will said, should have dealt with it, didn't. Allow Mbappe to get the ball down, get a run on them. And look, he got the ball across the face of goal. And look, Griezmann basically tapped it home. So it's 1-1 here. You know, if it stays like this, that'll put France on 4 points, Portugal on 3 points, Hungary on 1 point, and Germany on 0 points, with Germany and Portugal still to play each other. That should be a good game to watch as well, because look, for me, the Germans are going to have to go for the game. Portugal, it'd be an ideal result for Portugal if they could draw out of that. You know, for me, the Germans have to go for the game, and I think Portugal probably will sit in tight.
I'm
looking for the Germans to come at them.
Looking forward to Germany getting turned inside out by Portugal.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. I actually thought Germany were a better team against France, though. Will.
No, I don't rate Germany at all. At all.
The only problem which will catch Germany out, and I said this to Jack, Jack's a huge fan, is they don't have any striker. They do not have a striker. Look, over the years, you look down the long list, they had Mario Gomez, Miroslav Klose, Oliver Neuer, Bierhoff, Klinsmann, stuff like that. You know, they just don't have a striker now to put the ball in the back of the net. Teeny weeny can't do it. He's just not good enough. But look, back to the France game here. France have have a free kick here. I'd say this one just be floated into the box. Get everybody up there. Mbappe is starting to cause a bit of a riot here. They're finding it harder and harder to deal with him. And look, Hungary need to regalvanise. They need to regalvanise and you know, do what they were doing in the first half. Oh, it's a ball in. Oh, good ball in, to be fair. Oh, he should have done better. Look, it was over his shoulder, but Mbappe should have made a better contact with that. He should have made better contact. To be fair, look, it was a good ball by Griezmann from the free kick over his shoulder. He should be directing that onto goals, to be honest with you. I'd be disappointed as a striker. I would be. Mark McConnell says, I think Levy's plan is to, it's to punish us because the Super League didn't go ahead, Mark. Say it okay, but did France not eat their breakfast? Or has England virus of not performing hit them? No, look, for breakfast, I've been over there on holidays. They do lovely bakeries. All the stuff is fresh. So they probably didn't get their croissant or their Danish in them today. But look, they come out in the second half. They're really taking it to them. And they're starting to cause problems. And they're just showing the work Mbappe done to get that ball for the first goal. He went up against two centre-backs. To be fair, the two of them had a chance to do it, and they didn't. So look, you know,
poor. He mistimed that header completely. And then let him get in behind him. No, it was poor.
It was very poor. And look, Danny Kyriakou says, why can't I release this?
I got lucky. It wasn't intentional. That was Hungary's mistake there.
Danny, your doppelganger, Griezmann scored the goal. You know, he has the ponytail too. He's your doppelganger lad. Jeep says, Lloris makes a 70-yard pass when he never passed to a Spurs player in his life. It's not a pass. He just, look, the whole idea is release the ball quickly while they have players up the other end of the field. Just punt it up there and see what Mbappe can do. But look, at the end of the day, the two centre-backs from Hungary both had a chance to deal with it, and they failed. It was more on their own making than Hugo Lloris, to be honest with you. It was more of Hungary's own making that goal. Big up Mark Swift, how you keeping him, man? And Danny dances like me too. Honestly, Danny, if I seen you do that in a nightclub, I'd think about punching you. I really would. Like, his dance is so stupid. It's so silly. Danny, please say you don't dance like him, man, because next time I'm over in England, I can't be watching that, man. Can't be watching that when you're out with me, my man. Oh, no, I couldn't be doing that. I really don't like Griezmann. I don't know why. I just don't like him. I just do not like the guy. But look, even if it stays 1-1, it's although you expect France to be beating Hungary, it's still not a bad result for France. They're still going to get out of the group, so they will. You know, they have Portugal as their last game, and look, it could be a case where both teams put out their second string team and both play for a draw because they'll both be out of the group and they'll both qualify. You know, providing Portugal beat Germany today, so you know that could be more or less a rotten game, that France-Portugal game. But again, you know, they'd want to be coming out top of the group as well, each team. So it'd be interesting. Look, France again. Good ball across. Oh, well defended. Oh, that's a free kick. Played advantage shot. Surely he's given that free kick. Griezmann.
Yeah, you don't give an advantage there.
Yeah, he gave the advantage. Yeah, good referee.
That's a shame. That's not an advantage, though. A shot from 30 yards out is not the same as a free kick from 3 yards outside the D.
Yeah, no, I agree. But to be fair, Pogba didn't have to shoot. He could have took a touch and bended it in top
Did I
corner.
tell you what happened in the last match of the season for my son?
No.
He fouled in the box and the referee played advantage.
What?
Yeah. Fouled in the box. Shocking. And the referee goes.
I'd say you went nuts.
Yeah, I had to go sit in the car. Let's put it that way. I couldn't.
Yeah. Look, growing up playing football over here, you know, growing up playing the underage teams, we had a few fathers like that who, you know, used to get sent off or wanted to end up fighting the referee. Madness, absolute madness. Danny says, trust me, if I dance like that, I'd shoot myself. Big yourself up, Danny. And Adam says, probably don't like Griezmann because he knocked us out of Euro 2016. No, it's not only that. I just never liked him. I just think he's so overrated and so overhyped. I really do. But yeah, he did knock us out in 2016. That pissed me off, seeing him doing his stupid little shit. You know what I mean? Really irked me, really fucked me off. We could have turned him over that day. We went 1-0 ahead as well. Yeah, look, it was disappointing, but that's not why I hate Griezmann. I've just never took him. I've never liked him. You know, he's one of these new age kids where everyone likes him because of his ponytail and he has a fancy name. For me, I just don't like him, to be honest with you. Do you know what it is? I think he could produce. I think he should be doing a lot more. To be honest with you. Hungary with a shot there from the edge of the box. Comfortable enough for Hugo Lloris, to be fair. But look, Hungary are not out of this. Hungary, I think, could sense that they could win this, you know. What do you think, Whit? It's looking like it.
They could put another goal in there. Big
yourself up. He agrees. Griezmann sucks. Big yourself up. Yeah, no, there's definitely another goal in this for Hungary, you know. They're look, that goal they've already got, it's giving them encouragement when they're going forward. When they're going forward, they are going forward with
quick, the speed.
Yes, with speed and determination and with belief as well, which is another main thing. And he says, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this name, man. I really don't. But he says, I hate this stance and the hair. Yeah, and him. Yeah, the hair is ridiculous, to be fair. He's trying to beat Gareth Bale, but he's nowhere near him. Yeah, Hungary are they're coming into this game. Oh, love it. Hungary attacking down the wing here. No, it's snuffed out here.
French players keep falling over.
Who's this? Tolisso?
With the slightest bit of contact, the French players just keep falling over like dominoes. And the rest not having it.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, you know. That's a good thing. Look, Hungary making a change here. Both teams are making a change. But Hungary are making a change. So that is Schaffer coming off, the midfielder. I don't know who the guy is coming here. Oh, and Paul Pogba's off for Tolisso. Paul Pogba has come off for Tolisso. What do you make of that substitution, Will?
I don't know. I thought Paul looked fairly good in the first half. Maybe the referee was.
Benjamin that just came off too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Giroud was on. What do you make of the subs, Will? Do you think maybe he's pissed off how things are going?
Maybe not enough fight, right? They're not giving enough passion.
Do you reckon the subs were to make a statement?
Could be.
Look, interestingly, the Giroud one could be that, France are getting a lot of the balls out wide, that they have a target man in there to start putting the balls into. The Pogba one, not sure why he made that sub, I think he's been more effective than Rabiot today. What do you think?
Ooh, shot across the box. Hugo had to come out and grab it. There's another long ball by
Hugo. Trying to replicate the goal that they've already got. But for me, it's silly. They're just giving the ball straight back to Hungary.
Yeah, it's because they're playing out of the back. Attack is not, their buildup is not working against today. That the only goal they've gotten is from coming out of the thing.
100%. The bun, are you there, lad?
Nice view of Danny's bed.
How are you doing, boys?
Big up, Danny. How are we keeping, man? Thanks for joining us today, lad.
No, that's good, man. I'm still busy, but I can do some bits still while I'm on air. So how are we doing, boys?
No worries. Are you working from home, are you?
No, I'm not working. I've just got bits I need to do because I'm now going back into the office full time. I can't do the bits I need to do during the day, or like after work because of the travel and all that kind of shit. Time lost. So I've got to make up for it on the weekend.
Yeah. Have you watched any of this game, lad?
Yeah, I've been watching in the background. Let me turn this down, actually.
What do you make of the game, lad?
I think France have been wasteful, to be honest. I think they've been a bit woeful. Obviously, they're the better team in the game. They've had more of the possession and stuff like that, but they just haven't taken the chances when they've had them. And Hungary just caught them on the break. I mean, I loved it if Hungary scored a second goal. It'd be absolutely brilliant. But I think if anyone's going to score now, I think it's going to be France again. I think they might just nick this.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Yeah, it is. It's looking that way, Danny. But I wouldn't rule out Hungary. Look, Hungary are going forward with belief when they do get the counter-attack. But look, everybody that's watching, if you're enjoying the Irish sensation from a secret location, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscribe. Become a channel member and put in a super chat or two. But it's important you smash the like on every Spurs content creator stream. It's very, very important you do that. I can't stress that enough. And yes, I did say the Irish sensation from a secret location. It just sounds good, doesn't it? It sounds brilliant. But look, let's get a few more people in here. Will the rest of our blind pro? I would have gave you the penalty show.
Oh yeah, I mean, kids refs here are horrible. I mean, when he did that, it's just outside the 6-yard box on the left-hand side in the box. Guy comes in, takes him down, and his arms immediately go out. Like he's given advantage. Like it wasn't like a play on or anything like that. He didn't turn around and point the other way. Like he pointed literally right at the tackle and was arms out, like advantage because the ball went to my son's teammate. Like that's not an advantage. Like, do you even know what this means? Like, why are your arms pointed out? I had to go sit in the corner.
Look, we've had to deal with them. We've had to deal with them over here as well. Half of them be just coming out of the pub, coming to manage the game. Some of them. Adam, the French troops is currently kicking buckets at Pogba being subbed off. Yeah, I can understand why, but I think it's a case of Didier Deschamps probably trying to make a statement. If you're not going to put it in and play to your full ability, you're going to be hauled off. I couldn't care what name you are. So look, and if Paul Pogba wants to throw a tantrum after this and it's a European Championships, well, then it just goes to show he's all about himself and that he's just as lazy as I thought he was, to be honest. Catman Jess says apparently it's not legal to raise money for players. Liverpool fans set up a 250 million GoFundMe to get Mbappe a tenner each lot. Come on, you Spurs.
There you go.
Jez, if that's the case, lad, we could be seeing Haaland and everybody here next season, man. So we could be. And Dale TG, or Dale 1G, sorry, says, all right, Will, how's it going?
Big up, Jenty.
Big yourself up, lad. We have Gregor Kropotkin. Oh, what pronunciation, pat on the back, Dave. Well done. Southgate has still not worked out a way to get system for Harry Kane. Looked like they didn't know how to get the ball to him. Bloody woeful. Yeah, Gregor, look, I've said this about Garrett, said about England, they always go in, they won it before the ball was even kicked. They're all queuing up to get their measured for their suits. You know what I mean? The open bus parade is already booked. And it's shocking, really, because How long has Gareth Southgate been manager? He doesn't know his best 11? Shocking. Shocking. No, he doesn't know his best 11. He can't figure out a way to get the ball to Kane. Can't figure a way to get, you're playing Sterling on the left-hand side. All he's going to do is keep cutting in on his right-hand side, trying to get a shot off. He's a greedy fucker, and he's so overrated. It's unbelievable. I've said this all the time about Sterling. Get someone out there that's going to feed Harry Kane. It's that simple. You have the best striker in world football. Put people on the pitch that are going to feed him. It's simple. Football is not complicated. A lot of people want to make football. France are in. Oh, what a save. What a save from Mbappe. Great save. That was rifled at him. Fuck me, what a save. But look, football is a simple game. You can bring in all these stats and all these patterns of plays and everything else to complicate the game all you want. But it's simple. Pass and move. It's the most simple game. Just pass and move. You pass and you move and you're willing to outrun the opposition. You're willing to outfight them and be more aggressive with them, and you win you win the game. It's that simple. Football is a simple game. Southgate likes to make it complicated. Oh, we're playing a fluid 4-2-3-1 sort of shit. What does that even mean?
It every week.
Do you know why he makes it complicated, Dave? It's because he picks players like Sterling who shouldn't even be in a national team. I mean, when you've got someone like him there, when you've got someone like Grealish and Jadon Sancho sitting on the bench, who are, my personal opinion, much better than them, much better than Sterling. I mean, the front four should be Kane, Grealish on the left wing, Mount, and then Foden on the right wing, or Sancho.
Look, I'm about to make everybody in the comments mad. I'm about to make everybody in the comments mad because I think it's Ryan Mason wearing a Southgate mask because it's wrong team selections, wrong substitutions, and changing formation every week.
But the thing is, where England's midfielders are too safe. They're like the likes of Sterling and all, too safe. They don't try and make things happen. And that's the problem. They shit themselves and they brick it on the big occasion. They all play too safe.
Yep.
Someone in that England team needs to grab their fucking bollocks, realise they're a man, and try and make things happen. At the end of the day, even if you finish 0-0 with Scotland like you did yesterday, and you've tried to make things happen, people will praise the living shit out of you. There's no need to be scared. No need to be scared. It's football. Just go and play. Jesus Christ, honestly, Southgate, I'm delighted he's in charge because it's definitely not coming home. Like I said all summer long, it's brilliant.
Oh, no way. There's no way they're going to win the tournament.
No, not fair. Not fair. Paul G says France has upped its pass speed, raising their tempo more in 10 minutes left. Yeah, I have to say, in fairness, they are playing at a lot higher tempo. But again, should a team like this be waiting until they're 1-0 down to go and save the game? Why not come out and start like that from the very start and put them 3-4-0 down and then piss about with the ball?
Do you know what the problem is? I think with Deschamps, I think he's not tactically very good. I think he just picks the best attacking players. But he doesn't actually have like a proper tactics about it, the way he sets up the team. He just go and do your thing. But yeah, the World Cup was obviously different because I think you had a lot. I think the way he set it up then, I think was probably better. And I don't know, over the last year or so, I haven't seen what we saw at that World Cup with France. They were just pure dominating teams. This campaign is just, I don't know. It just seems like he just put them on the pitch and it's like, okay, go and play sort of thing. But there's no kind of like you get this feeling that there's no like what's the word I'm looking for? Identity with France.
Yeah.
It's just like attack and that's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. We have Jay Gomez says Jose is better than the Spuds. Look, what I'd say to you is I'm surprised you were able to type it out, with your hands wrapped around Jose that tight. You know what I mean? You love him that much. Honestly, I'm surprised you could even take your fingers off him to type. So, Jay Gomez, do one. Galerio, who do you guys want as new manager for Tottenham? Looking at the scramble that is now. We'll go to Will with that and we'll get Danny in then after it.
I don't know. I mean, if we're going to play 3 at the back, if that's the thing. I mean, if that really is the thing, if that's something they're doing, why haven't they looked at Nuno? Like, you'd think after Fonseca, right? They'd be right in for Portuguese. Play 3 at the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somewhat successful in the Premier League his first 2 seasons, isn't it?
I don't want
Not
Nuno,
in a
man.
job.
He's just too pragmatic. He's basically a
That's what
shit
they
Jose
want,
Mourinho.
apparently.
Yeah, but they want apparently attacking football, and if they go for Nuno,
That's
that is
not
complete. It's the polar opposite of what
that's not
what they want.
Patrici said though. They said he wants to play a more defensive
Well,
3 at the back style,
yeah.
right?
I don't know about that. I mean, who knows what all these fucking rumors and coming out with all the rubbish that comes out with the reports.
I don't think
and stuff
Nuno.
like
I
that.
don't think Nuno was that defensive though. His first 2 seasons in the Premier League, it was fun football to watch, man. That was a good team to watch, Wolves.
To be honest with you, I have to agree with Danny on this. I don't enjoy watching. I didn't enjoy watching
No.
Wolves play. I really didn't. Look, with Wolves, it's more or less sit in for until half time and then try and make something happen in the second half. That's the extent of Nuno's tactics. It's a personal preference. I don't enjoy it. I can see where Will's coming from.
Yeah, same.
You know, I can see where he's coming from. But for me,
it's just too pragmatic. It's too counter-attacking. Like he does. Even those 2 seasons, right, where they played supposedly better, it's because they countered better. They looked good on the break because of the way they countered. It was like how like we countered at the beginning of the season, where we just looked so good when we countered. We just looked flawless. But it obviously tailed off because of the personnel we have in the team is absolutely diabolical, literally, pun intended. But
season 4 last though, they betted us twice. Made us look like fools.
Because they wanted it more. They gave more passion. They had more passion and more desire to want the ball, and that's the thing we didn't want. Apparently, apparently was supposed to want the ball, but obviously Tottenham players don't want the ball. They want to play but they want to do ballet instead of football. So
I mean, you think about the squad too, and what he accomplished with that squad. I mean, how many world-class players did he have in his squad? You know what I mean? None.
True, but he had a team that wanted to work for him. That was a difference. He had a unity within that squad.
Not only that, but he has a midfielder who can dictate the tempo to play. 2 of them, João Moutinho and Ruben Neves.
Yeah, Neves,
class.
I love Neves. I'd love him at Spurs.
Right, but he's class now, but nobody was talking about him 2 years ago.
Even when he signed for the Championship, everyone was saying, "How did they get this guy?" Neves was a player a lot of clubs were looking at. João Moutinho, look, Spurs were looking at this guy when he was at Monaco, and we didn't bring him in because of money. Look, with Ruben Neves, honestly, when he did sign for Wolves in the Championship, everyone's like, "How the fuck did they pull this off?"
Yeah.
But look, it's because they had that link to that agent, you know. And the thing is, you know, they use that agent to bring in players. Tottenham are never going to do that. Never going to do that. Bob Robb says, one thing, Poland or Spain. I'm going to go Spain, man. I think that'd be an easy win for Spain, to be honest with you. I don't know how to pronounce this name, but the game looks like yesterday's game, England versus Scotland, if the result stands. Look, it hasn't been a great game, to be honest with you. Probably expected a bit more from France, if I'm honest with you. But look, I do think it is looking like they will nick one, to be honest with you. They're just peppering Hungary. Look, France will want the qualification sealed today. They don't want to bring it into the game with Portugal trying to seal it. Brad Hoffman, if we all donated £10 or $10, Levy would just go and spend that on the roller coaster. Yeah, 100%.
Only if I get to ride it first.
Bungee jumping into his seat, so he will next season. That'd be the attraction.
Only if I get to ride it first. You know, throw a tenner on there. It's cheaper in Disneyland.
You'll get the loop of fortune. Daniel Levy will put a big loop on it. You know, one that goes over the top of the stadium, so you might be able to catch Harry Kane when he scores a goal or something. Will Bob Robb, Poch, Jose Mason can't find a manager. I know. We're a joke, man. Yeah, Dale, you know I'll tell him how it is, lad. You know I'll tell him how it is. If he was on my channel, he's lucky. He would have got a lot worse, to be honest with you. So he's lucky, my man. I just have to kind of keep myself a bit composed here, you know. Galerio says, yeah, no, we've already read that. Sorry, my bad. If Marie scores, would you take the Hungary keeper Peter Golaski as being quite good in the Bundesliga?
Apparently, we were looking at him before, but I think didn't he sign a new contract recently?
He had a monster.
Isn't this the guy that used to play for Liverpool? Wasn't he at Liverpool at one stage?
I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, no, I don't want him.
I don't want him either.
No, look, for me, if we're going to be playing 3 at the back, we need to be bringing in a keeper that can play with his feet.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way all modern things are going. We need to keep that be able to play with his feet.
Can you imagine 3 at the back here with a back 3 of Dyer, Sanchez, and Anderson? Could you imagine Dyer and Sanchez playing the ball with the feet?
Oh.
We're going to concede twice as many goals as we conceded last seseason.
Honestly, you may as well just give them a rugby ball to play with because you get better results. You really would.
We have to put the rugby goals instead.
Yeah.
On the
Look,
pitch.
we're going into injury time here in France, Hungary. Still 1-1. Look, this will be a great result for Hungary. To be honest with you, I did say even if they could take a point from this, they'd fancy themselves against Germany next week. So, look, lads, what do you think of this? If it does stay 1-1, good result for Hungary.
Yeah, it's a great result for Hungary. Like I said, I didn't think they were even going to get a point in this group.
I thought they would have got roasted, yeah. No, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Danny, good point for Hungary.
That's a great point for them if they can pull it off. It gives them a fighting chance. I know they've got to still play Germany. But
that's the easiest match for them in the group, so
it probably is. So it gives them a great chance. I mean, we're gonna see what happens tonight with Portugal and and Germany, isn't it? So we'll see. But if that result
can get turned over,
I think they will as well. I don't think they're going to beat. I don't think they're going to
rate Germany at all.
No, Portugal are too good.
Way overrated. Still living on history.
It's just, yeah, they are, but the problem is they haven't got that squad like they did when they won the World Cup, when you had the likes of like Ballack and Philip Lahm and Schweinsteiger.
But you know what it is though, Danny?
Class players.
Like they actually still have very good players.
They do.
They still have the likes of Leon Goretzka, Tony Cruz. Although he's a bit old, he's still great at keeping the ball.
Oh yeah.
No, they still. The problem is they do not have a striker.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. I was going to say, it's like it's going to be us again next season, isn't it? We're going to not have a striker with Kane gone. So
and their false nine has more wrinkles than I do.
Honestly, do you know that guy they brought on? What's his name? Volland or something there.
Oh yeah, Volland.
Honestly, the guy, every decision he done wrong, I felt so sorry for him. I was even sitting there, I was like, where the fuck did they get this guy from? Everything he done was wrong.
Well, apparently at one stage we were looking at him at one point for the backup striker to Kane.
I mean, every time I see Thomas Mueller on the pitch, I think he's the manager. You know what I mean? Like it's like so old.
Mueller, yeah,
he's so old, but he's so good. He's so good.
France going for the juggler, put a ball in the box there, and yeah, there's two Hungary players down. I think, to be honest with you, they're play acting, trying to see the minutes out. And take the draw. What happened?
Did they clash of heads or something?
I don't think they did. But
nothing there. Look, you're just taking every opportunity going down. Nah, he was just out muscled. He's being a little guard. You kid, yeah, I see you're a channel member here on WeAreTottenhamTV. Legend, man. You know, fan shows, make sure you get on them, my man. Dale 1G, if we get Peter Galatsky or just in general, no, we just don't want him. Dale, to be honest with you. But look, last closing minutes, I think there's only a couple of minutes here left. Like I said, it is an injury time. It is 1-1 here as it stands. And it'll be an upset. This will be an upset. Oh, what's going on here? Is the referee? The referee's got the ball in his hand and he's walking somewhere. What is going on here?
Drop ball.
I was across into the box. Oh my God! Fucking hell!
Oh, drop ball. That's stupid. That's nonsense. What's going on there? Referee, he just wanted to get some camera time. Probably doing Hungary a favour.
I think mine's a bit ahead of yours.
Yeah. Good balling. Oh.
I'm at 94, 27, 28, 29,
how did he
30.
miss? How did
game
he
over
miss?
On my one.
Varane, I fought for Hungary's goal today. You know what? You should have scored that. All Hungary players are going berserk. They're absolutely loving it. Look at them. They're all punching the ground, hugging each other. They got what they wanted. Absolute great result. At home in Budapest. It's finished. Hungary won. France won. And look, Hungary, it's a great point for them.
Yeah, I had this going 3-0 France, man. What a shocker.
I did as well. I think a 3-1 or something like that I might have done.
I was shocked. Yeah, well, honestly, I had this down to France to win this easy. But look, Hungary dug in. You have to give them credit. They look by the celebrations there. By the celebrations there, it looks like they do fancy their chance against Germany,
Oh, I would. Give France a dark horse.
Yeah. No, it's a cracking result for them here today. It really is. But look, you know, it just means that France can't really rest on the laurels. You know that there is a chance that they're not fully qualified yet, so they're going to have to go into the game against Portugal, looking to take a point, if not go for the win. But no, look, it's been a good ride. Will, do you want to let everyone know where they can find you, my man?
Yeah, you can find me at Will Stewart THFC Rants. Memberships are now available on the channel, so if people want to jump on there and do that, you can do that. We got 3 different levels, and all of the members get discounts to the merch shop. So.
No, there you are, guys. Make sure you get over, check out Will Stewart THFC Rants. You know, Will, thank you so much for coming on today and keeping me company. You know, and everybody get over there and smash that subscribe button. And make sure you check out all the different shows that Will Stewart has to offer on his channel. Danny, where can people find you, my man?
You can find me on Twitter at Danny Kiriakou, or you can also find me here, which is in the box_TV, which we have a channel coming out hopefully before the Premier League season starts again. So it'll be a debate show basically with a lot of delusional people and fans.
No, 100%. And look, I can't wait for to get to see that channel up and running. I'd say it's going to be an absolute cracker. So, guys, make sure you check out Danny Kiriakou. Yeah, so look, it has finished 1-1 here, guys. It's been a great stream. Look, decent enough game to watch. Look, make sure you do smash that like button on the stream. It's important. I can't stress how important it is. You know, make sure you smash that subscribe button. As soon as this video ends, make sure you just go in underneath, put in a thumbs up, or, you know, David, you're the best, or you're the greatest, whatever you want to put down. I don't mind. You know, even if you want to call me a prick, just put it in there. Make sure you get your comments in underneath the video. And look, I'll see you back here at 8 o'clock, guys, for the Spain-Poland game tonight. So big yourselves up. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're brilliant. You know, you can catch the Irish sensation over at the Irish Hotspur. And yeah, it's been a fun one. So look, we're going to tune out now. We're going to check out, guys, and we'll see you back at 8 o'clock. Big up the We Are Tottenham TV Army, absolute legends for tuning in and helping me get through the stream. Back at 8. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah.